Hey traders, I just want to shoot a quick video about my progress thus far this month, and I just passed 5 valuation counts again for the month of September. I blew my last 5, and so this has been just documenting my process of that and an AI trading journal that I'm building, which I've made a lot of progress on too. So I'll go over the journal after I go over my trades real quick. So today was a good trading day. I took a loss, break even, and then a winning trade to pass my 5 accounts, and I'll show you that as well. But I had a really good month, just a really good winning streak. Although last week, like a few of these days where you see a lot of trades, it was really I risked the whole account on those days, to be honest. So I got lucky, and I plan on using the AI trading coach, to help me work through my issues. And so I kind of want to pledge to just take one micro uh, until I hit my profit target and just try to stay diligent with that. So that's going to be my thing. But here is the 5 accounts. So you can see they all passed the $3,000 threshold. Should be getting an activation email later today. Okay, so I won't go over the trades, but I just want to show you the progress on the app. And rather than like a interface where it's Chat GPT, if you're used to that, or Claude, where you kind of have to make chats for different things, I want to make a dashboard that has AI built in. So it starts with a bunch of settings, right? So we got AI settings is going to be how you tell the AI assistant to behave. Then you're going to have definitions. So this will be a term like fair value gap is FVG. So the AI knows what you mean, and you might have specific definitions for you. I'm thinking making this completely free and just having a link to, like, an affiliate link, just to pay for some of the process. And then I think it hooks up to your own API key or something like that for whichever AI model you want to use, either free or paid. So there's a bunch of free models. I'm going to try to get that set up. Right now it's using Google Gemini. Um, and then there's risk settings. So it's going to, max number of daily losses, all this stuff. And then you can input your own particular strategy. So you can tell it about your strategies and abbreviations you use for the strategy. Um, and then what I've found is that this app uses local storage. So if for some reason you switch computers or you want to have multiple devices, I mean, this is not going to hook up to any brokers or anything, but I want to be able to export and import all that stuff. So the trades you're going to do and all the 4 settings that you can apply, you can export and import them. Maybe I'll share some how I set up my AI. I could share my definition, so all of the common ICT, SMC terminology, somebody could just load in, and it'll be ready to go. And then some really basic stats is all I really need, because the secret sauce is really chatting with the AI and getting your daily and weekly focus. So after you make a chat about your trades, it's going to tell you what your daily focus is, and then at the end of the week, as long as you do one of these per week, it'll unlock a weekly review. So I could do that here, actually. Let me pause. I'm going to do this. I don't have any instructions in it right now, so it's going to be sounding pretty generic, the response. But let me pause here, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I inputted it, but I haven't chat with it yet. I just want to show you what it looks like. So just come down here. You click on any day. So I'm going to click on today, the 30th. I added these trades, so I don't know why I traded YM. I have no idea. I think social media influenced me. I'm trading and traded YM. So I took a loss there with my kiss of death strategy. And then I tried trading NQ, and I broke even after price was moving my favor, just came back down, took me out. And then I got in again, and I had a nice recovery. And I couldn't log back into Topstep to get the trade actual risk to reward values and the actual P&Ls. So I just made some numbers up that are generally close. just to kind of test this out. I think it's because I passed. They're really fast at processing those. So if I did have another trade, or if I wanted to edit one of these, I can add a trade, and all it asks for you is a ticket asset, what strategy you're using, which I entered in the previous screen, the P&L. It knows that if it's negative, it's a loser and puts it red. And then you always enter your risk to reward because you could track your planned risk to reward even on losses. But it's only going to account for risk to rewards for winning trades. So because I had a break even and a really good RR on that um, bigger winner, this is going to be my risk to reward. Okay, so back into this. I can also edit this if I want to change the value. Save that. It updates. Everything updates here. Kind of like round numbers. So I'm going to put that back. And then here I'll type this out and maybe speed it up. Okay, so basically gave it some text about how I felt this morning, and it's thinking right now. This AI is the free version, so it takes a little bit longer than normal, but it's cool that it's all free. So let's see what it has to say. So it talks about the YM trade. So I did adhere to my strategy. I didn't, pick a strategy that was just random or something like that. So when you add a trade, there's always going to be a no plan strategy option. But if I go back here, and you'll see all this will remember, it'll have memory. If I go back to strategies, this, since I filled one in, this gets like a filled dot. So that's the thing there. Um, and then look at this. As soon as I submitted that, it gives me a daily focus. So it says you already have an excellent risk to reward profile. Focus on refining your entry criteria to improve trade selection. This will reduce losing trades and further leverage your strong strategy. So, I mean, it could do better, right? But I think a lot of that has to do with the AI settings. When I do all this stuff, it it dials it in and it acts exactly like how I want it to. So um, I could chat with it some more now and keep the conversation going. And it won't update the daily focus because I've already given it like a brain dump of how I felt, and it knows what I need. It's going to pick the one thing I need to focus on for tomorrow, and then when I do the end of week, which I'll post here once I get to that point, I can go over my weekly trades, and it'll give me a weekly advice on all the conversations I've been having. And again, it references all the settings here, so you can really dial it in for your personality the personality that you want it to behave like. You can even dial that in, and I'll show you what the settings can be as far as the prompt goes. Um, but yeah, that's for another video. So if you want access to this when it launches, and again, I'm going to do it completely for free. Um, there will be a link in the description. Just click on it. There's just an email sign up form. I'm not going to spam you. I'm just going to let you know when it's ready, send you a link. And I think it's going to be like no login. You basically get a link and you bookmark the app, and then when you open it, it's going to store all the trades and all this data locally on your computer. So if you're ever worried about security or cloud stuff, um, I mean, the AI, you'll be sending information to the AI back and forth. But as far as like all these settings and everything, it's going to stay locally and the trades. So, and you can export and import them so you can back them up and all that stuff. But if I were to do a cloud type setup and actually pay for the AI, um, even if I used free ones, it'd be a lot of people probably using this. I'd have to charge something because all that infrastructure costs money. So I'm thinking, why not offer it for free? Anybody can build this with enough time. I did it over the weekend. I just put a lot of thought into it. So anybody can clone this if they want. So why am I going to try to charge? Um, I think it could help a lot of people. And it's certainly starting to help me. Already in the last 2 weeks, I've been using AI to kind of help me coach through my psychology. So yeah, I think that's all good stuff. And subscribe, like the video, lets me know that you guys appreciate this and want me to pump more of this stuff out. I'll also put a link to Apex. I think they have a 80% off right now sale going on. So if you could use my link, that helps support the channel a lot and my trading addiction. So thank you. Have a great day.